వెల్కమ్ టు రమేష్ సార్ స్టడీ సన్స్. దేశ స్థాయిలో FLN మిషన్ను ప్రారంభించడం జరిగింది. అది ఎందుకు ప్రారంభించారు, మరి దేనికోసం ప్రారంభించారు, మరి వాటి యొక్క లక్ష్యాలు ఏంటి, ఇవన్నీ అంశాలు కూడా ప్రస్తుతము కింది స్థాయి అంటే టీచర్ స్థాయి నుండి మినిస్టర్ ఆఫ్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా దేశ స్థాయి వరకు అంటే MEOs, DEOs, కలెక్టర్స్, విద్యాశాఖ కమిషనర్స్ అందరికి కూడా ఈ FLN మిషన్ అనేది ఒక లక్ష్యంగా అందరికీ అవగాహన ఉండాల్సిన విషయం ఇది. కాబట్టి ఇప్పుడు ట్రైనింగ్స్ ఆల్రెడీ గత సంవత్సరం నుంచి కూడా కరోనా తర్వాత నుంచి కూడా కొన్ని రాష్ట్రాల్లో ఒక్కొక్క రాష్ట్రంలో ఒక విధంగా ట్రైనింగ్స్ ఇస్తూ FLN లక్ష్యాలు సాధించడం కోసం అందరూ కూడా కంకణబద్దులు కావాల్సిన అవసరం కూడా ఉంది. FLN గురించి కూడా ప్రతి ఒక్కరికి కూడా కింది స్థాయి టీచర్ నుంచి కూడా ఆఫీసర్లు అధికారులకు అందరికి కూడా ఈ అవగాహన ఉండాల్సిన అవసరం అయితే ఉంది. అయితే టుడే ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు ఇంట్రడ్యూస్ వాట్ ఈజ్ FLN, FLN యొక్క లక్ష్యాలు ఏంది, ఇవన్నీ కూడా మనం డిస్కషన్ చేద్దాం. ఇంట్రడక్షన్ టు FLN మిషన్. ఫౌండేషనల్ లెర్నింగ్ ఈజ్ ద basis of all future learning for a child. Not achieving basic foundational skills of being able to read with comprehension, writing and doing basic mathematics operations leaves the child unprepared for the complexities of the curriculum beyond class 3. The mission will focus on 5 areas: providing access and retaining children in foundational years of schooling, teacher capacity building, development of high quality and diversified student and teacher resources, learning material, tracking the progress of each child in achieving learning outcomes, and addressing the nutrition and health, including mental health aspects of children. FLN major objectives చూసినట్టయితే FLN will ensure that all children attain grade level competencies in reading, writing and numeracy. The major objectives based on the recommendations of NEP 2020 are as follows: to ensure an inclusive classroom environment by incorporating play, discovery and activity based pedagogies, linking it to the daily life situations of children and formal inclusion of children home languages, to enable children to become motivated, independent and engaged readers and writers with comprehension, possessing sustainable reading and writing skills, to make children understand reasoning in the domain of number, measurement and shapes, and enable them to become independent in problem solving by way of numeracy and spatial understanding skills, to ensure availability and effective uses of high quality and culturally responsive teaching learning material in children's familiar, home or mother languages, to focus on continuous capacity building of teachers, head teachers, academic resource persons and education administrators, to actively engage with all stakeholders, that is teachers, parents, students and community and policy makers, for building a strong foundation of lifelong learning, to ensure assessment as of and for learning through portfolios, group and collaborative work, project work, quizzes, role plays, games, oral presentation, short tests, etc., to ensure tracking of learning levels of all students, to lay emphasis and prioritize foundational learning. The program will be implemented in mission mode with the use and strengthening of existing mainstream structures. The Department of School Education and Literacy, Ministry of Education, will be the implementing agency at the national level and will be headed by a mission director. Vision of Foundation Literacy and Numeracy Mission. The vision of the mission is to create an enabling environment in all aspects to ensure universal acquisition of FLN in primary classes by 2026-27, so that every child achieves the desired learning competencies in reading, writing and numeracy at the end of class 3 and not later than class 5. ఇక్కడ 2026-27 వరకు క్లాస్ 3 అంటే ఇక్కడ ఫౌండేషనల్ లిటరసీ మీన్స్ 3 to 9 years ఏజ్ పిల్లలు ఎక్కువగా నేర్చుకునే శక్తి ఉంటుందని ఇక్కడ విద్యావేత్తలు గ్రహించి ఈ FLN ఫౌండేషన్ లిటరసీ న్యూమరసీ ఈ 3 to 9 years ఏజ్ ఈ ఫౌండేషన్ ఏజ్గా వాళ్ళు గుర్తించి ఆ ఏజ్లో వాళ్ళకి నేర్చుకునే శక్తి ఎక్కువ ఉంటుంది. ఒక్కసారి అక్కడ నేర్చుకోలేకపోతే 3 to 9 years ఏజ్ మధ్యలో మరి నేర్చుకోలేకపోతే మరి పై స్థాయిలో కూడా మరి విద్యార్థులు ఎప్పుడు వెనుకబడే ఉంటారనే ఉద్దేశంతో ఇక్కడ ప్రారంభించడం జరిగింది. అయితే ఇక్కడ చాలామంది కొద్దిగా గుర్తించే లోపం ఏంటంటే 3 to 5 years అంటే 3 years 4 years 5 years మరి ప్రభుత్వ పాఠశాలలో అయితే 5+ వాళ్ళనే జాయిన్ చేసుకోవడం ఉంటుంది. మరి 3 to 4 5 years అంటే అంగన్వాడీలో చదువుతారు. మరి అంగన్వాడీలు బలోపేతం లేకుండా మరి ఈ ఫౌండేషన్ లిటరసీ అండ్ న్యూమరసీ సాధించడం మరి చాలా కష్టం అనేది కూడా మరి ఖచ్చితంగా అందరూ కూడా మరి గ్రహించాలి. మరి 3 4 5 yearsలో మరి అంగన్వాడీస్ బలోపేతం కావాల్సిన అవసరం అయితే ఉంది. మరి అక్కడ లోపం ఉండడం వల్ల డైరెక్ట్గా 6 సంవత్సరాలప్పుడు ఫస్ట్ క్లాస్లో రావడం మరి అక్కడ విద్యార్థి వెనుకబడిపోవడం అనేది జరుగుతుంది. మరి దీనిపైన కూడా ప్రభుత్వం దృష్టి సారించాలనేది కూడా మరి అందరూ కూడా చెప్తున్నమాట. The focus of foundational learning will be on holistic development of students by accentuating their creative potential as envisaged in NEP 2020. Learning will be holistic, integrated, inclusive, enjoyable and engaging. All children will have access to an equitable and inclusive classroom environment which will take care of their diverse background, multilingual needs and different academic abilities and make them active participants in the learning process. Attainment of basic reading, writing and numeracy skills in early classes will instill a strong foundation for continuous and lifelong learning for the students. Focus of foundational learning is on holistic development of the child. All children in the class should be happy, confident, thinking and learning. Administrative structure of the FLN mission చూసినట్టయితే FLN mission will be implemented by the Ministry of Education and a 5-tier implementation mechanism will be set up at the national, state, district, block and school level in all states and union territories. To lay emphasis and prioritize the program will be implemented in the mission mode. The mainstream structures will be primarily used for implementing the program. Need of FLN mission. There is a strong national concern today regarding the poor learning levels of children at various stages of school education. మరి చాలా స్థాయిలలో కూడా మరి పూర్ క్వాలిటీ అంటే స్టాండర్డ్స్ ఆర్ వెరీ వెరీ లో ఇన్ అవర్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ సిస్టమ్ అనేది మరి గుర్తించడంతో ఈ FLN మిషన్ను తీసుకురావడానికి ప్రధాన కారణం. వన్స్ స్టూడెంట్స్ ఫాల్ బిహైండ్ unable to catch up, the NEP 2020 further reiterates that it is imperative to address this crisis for attaining foundational literacy and numeracy for all. Vidya Pravesh, a 3-month play-based school preparation module for class 1 students will be implemented and given the status of a universal program. What are foundational literacy and numeracy skills? Foundational language and literacy. What goes into acquiring literacy skills? The pre-existing knowledge of language helps in building literacy skills in languages. The key components in foundational language and literacy are oral language development. The experiences in oral language are important for developing skills of reading and writing. Phonological awareness. The domain includes the competencies of word awareness, rhyme awareness, and awareness of sounds within words which should emerge from their meaningful engagement with language. Decoding. This domain includes competencies of print awareness, akshara knowledge, and decoding and word recognition. Vocabulary. This domain includes the competencies of oral vocabulary, reading, writing, vocabulary, and morphological analysis of words. Reading comprehension. This domain covers the competencies of understanding text and retrieving information from them as well as interpreting text. Reading fluency refers to the ability to read a text with accuracy, speed, expression and comprehension that allows children to make meaning from the text. మరి విద్యార్థి అర్థం చేసుకుని చదవగలగాలి. కాన్సెప్ట్ అబౌట్ ప్రింట్. చిల్డ్రన్ నీడ్ ఎక్స్పోజర్ టు డిఫరెంట్ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ ప్రింట్, రిచ్ ఎన్వైరన్మెంట్ టు డెవలప్ ద స్కిల్ ఆఫ్ కాంప్రిహెన్షన్. దిస్ డొమైన్ ఇంక్లూడ్స్ ద కాంపిటెన్సీస్ ఆఫ్ writing, aksharas and words as well as writing for expression. Culture of reading. Inclination towards reading involves the motivation to engage with a wide variety of books and other reading materials. Foundation numeracy and mathematical skills. Foundational numeracy means the ability to reason and to apply simple numerical concepts in daily life problem solving. The major aspects and components of early mathematics are మరి మ్యాథమెటిక్స్లో మరి ఏవి నేర్చుకోవాలంటే ప్రీ నెంబర్ కాన్సెప్ట్స్, కౌంట్ అండ్ అండర్స్టాండ్ ద నంబర్ సిస్టమ్, numbers and operations on numbers, learn conventions needed for mastery of mathematical techniques such as the use of a base 10 system to represent numbers, shapes and spatial understanding, perform simple computations in his own way up to 3-digit numbers and apply these to their day-to-day life activities in different contexts. Measurement. Understand and use standard algorithms to perform operations of addition, subtraction, multiplication and division on numbers up to 3 digits. Data handling. Identify and extend simple patterns starting from repeating shapes to pattern in numbers. Interpret simple data information in her daily life activities. What is foundational literacy and numeracy? Generally, reading and writing are considered as literacy, but it includes many skills and abilities such as understanding, thinking, and expressing. Besides numeracy, it is important to think logically, solve problems, and use the 4 basic operations in mathematics suitable to the context. By when should FLN be achieved? This must be achieved by children by the end of class 3. By 2025, all children in the country should be able to read and write. మరి థర్డ్ క్లాస్ అయిపోయేసరికి విద్యార్థి పూర్తిగా చదవడం, రాయడం మరియు బేసిక్ న్యూమరసీ అనేది ఖచ్చితంగా ఉండాలనేది ఈ FLN యొక్క ఉద్దేశం. వాట్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ ప్రిపరేషన్ ఈజ్ రిక్వైర్డ్ ఫర్ FLN? Children must have readiness required for reading and writing. They are lagging behind in foundational literacy skills due to lack of proper reading and writing readiness. Also, children should be made aware of the basic concepts of numeracy and mathematics. What are the FLN development goals? FLN program has 3 development goals. Developmental goal 1 is children maintain good health and well-being to provide experiences for physical and motor development, socio-emotional development, nutrition, safety, hygiene and sanitation. Development goal 2 is children become effective communicators to build the foundations for language and literacy. Developmental goal 3 is children become involved learners and connect with their immediate environment to build foundations of numeracy and provide direct experience and interaction with the physical, social and natural environment. Who has launched the FLN mission? The Ministry of Education, Government of India has launched a foundation literacy and numeracy mission and provided guidelines to build literacy and numeracy skills among children at the foundational stage. The program will be implemented in the mission mode. Administrators and teachers have some queries regarding FLN mission, its implementation and role of various stakeholders in its implementation, etc. What is FLN mission about? The foundational literacy and numeracy mission is about building foundational literacy and numeracy skills among children of 3 to 9 years age group. The Ministry of Education, Government of India has launched a foundational literacy and numeracy mission and provided guidelines to build the desired literacy and numeracy skills in children at the foundational stage. Who is the implementing agency for FLN? The Department of School Education and Literacy, Ministry of Education is the implementing agency at the national level and FLN is headed by a mission director. How FLN will be implemented? FLN is a national level program and it is a 5-tier implementation mechanism which will be set up at the national, state, district, block, school level in all the states and union territories. Who else has a role in implementation of FLN mission? There are many others such as SERTs, DIETs, BRCs, CRCs, NGOs or CSO, SMCs, community and parents, volunteers and private schools. Those have important role in the implementation of FLN mission. You can read the module and try to reflect what role you and your teachers can play in achieving the aims and objectives of FLN mission. What is the aim of FLN mission? The FLN mission aims to enable all the children to read and respond with comprehension, independently write with understand and reasoning in the domains of number, measurement and shapes, and become independent in problem solving. What is the purpose of FLN mission? The purpose of FLN mission is to ensure that every child in the country necessarily attains foundational literacy and numeracy by the end of grade 3 and not later than grade 5 by 2025. Why FLN? Foundational learning is the basis of all future learning for a child. Not achieving basic foundational skills of being able to read with comprehension, writing and doing basic mathematics operations leaves the child unprepared for the complexities of the curriculum beyond grade 3. Recognizing the importance of early learning, the National Education Policy 2020 states that our highest priority must be to achieve universal foundational literacy and numeracy in primary schools by 2026-27. This is the complete information about FLN. Okay.
ఈ వీడియో కనుక మీకు నచ్చినట్లయితే లైక్, షేర్ మరియు కామెంట్ చేయండి. మరిన్ని వీడియోస్ కోసం మా ఛానల్ని సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేసుకోండి.